name is Standing Point.
Oh, look, Rob. I had a
Standing Point and
a TCP report.
Oh yeah, no, TPS.
TPS report.
TPS report.
Yeah.
TLC
report.
It's not
I do
TPS.
It's all about waterfalls.
I do like TLC, by the way.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
My wife gets so mad. I'm just gonna put on TLC, and she's like, "Why do you listen to that?" I'm like, "It's good pop music."
You would like his wife. She's very much into like hair
We've
band
met.
stuff.
We've met.
She likes hair. Have you talked about music?
No.
Yeah, she's a huge. As a matter of fact, she actually wrote a letter to what was the name of that? There was a in the '80s. There was a hair band.
Oh, was there? Was there a hair band in the 80s?
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Jagoffs. There was a hair band magazine in the '80s.
Kerrang?
No.
Oh, I know what it was.
It's called like Circle or something like that.
Circus.
Circus. She wrote a letter to the editor of Circus back in the '80s, and they responded. And
Did
she
they?
still has it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, when you mean they responded, they actually put her note in the Circus magazine?
They didn't publish it. They
didn't publish it.
Replied to her.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Okay.
So she still has that. So she was a huge.
Yeah, I used to buy Circus magazine all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
Why?
got.
What would you look at?
Van Halen.
I just got a
Pictures of David Lee Roth and Iron Maiden. And
But those are dudes. Like, why do you want
yeah,
pictures of dudes?
I idolized them. I wanted to be them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought it was interesting that, who was the lead singer of Iron Maiden?
Bruce Dickinson.
He lost his son.
I know that.
And yeah, he lost his son when he was like a child, like his son was a child. And that.
I thought you were more of a Tiger Beat guy. I didn't know you realized.
Sean Cassidy.
Yeah, he was a Sean Cassidy.
Rob
guy.
Lowe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any of those people.
Yeah,
you
you had the frickin' posters up. You
Parker
wanted to be-
Stevenson.
Mike would watch Youngblood over and over again.
Nice.
He put himself in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember Youngblood.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, Bruce Dickinson, he, right around that whole, Eddie and writing of the.
You know what? Who else? Bruce Dickinson, the one I'm thinking about.
For the cowbell
The
skit.
cowbell. That's a different one, right?
Yeah, that's a different
They used his name for that, yeah.
Oh, did they
did
really?
they?
So there really wasn't.
How could they do a rock sketch and use Bruce Dickinson?
Well, I thought maybe
No,
there was
it
a.
was really from Blue Oyster
I
Cult.
thought that maybe there was a producer really called that.
No, Christopher Walken played
Sure.
the producer named Bruce Dickinson.
Exactly.
I'm Bruce Dickinson.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're saying they stole the Iron Maiden.
I just assumed.
I thought it was a character.
I thought he was
or
real
one
for
of the
real.
singers.
I thought they just used his name.
You guys are sitting in front of two very, very powerful laptops, both of which can give you the answer. And I
Yeah, it
wanna
was
know.
Bruce Dickinson, a
I'm
real
sure I'm right.
producer.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Dickinson.
Come on.
It's the default thing that comes up was Bruce Dickinson, an opera singer.
He can sing opera.
Really?
He's an opera class singer.
This is Bruce Dickinson. Let's say Blue Oyster Cult.
The sketch featured guest host Christopher Walken,
Who's
music
breathing
producer
into
the
the
Bruce Dickinson.
Okay. It's just, yeah, I guess that guy is a made up name. Oh, yeah, here we go.
He called him the here.
Yeah, so it was Bruce Dickinson.
Not to be
who-
confused with the Iron
Yeah.
Maiden vocalist of the same name. Dickinson was not the actual producer of Don't Fear the Reaper.
I'm looking at the same thing. Yep.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. That's like one of my all-time favorite skits.
Absolutely. I need more cowbell.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. And oh my gosh, Christopher Walken is awesome at skits.
Yes.
He's so good about
Yeah.
it. I would break every time if I was hanging with him and he'd
Oh
get all
my
serious
goodness,
like that. Oh my gosh, he's brilliant at it.
Yeah.
I always was a big fan. What my favorite movie that he was on was when he we talked about this before, where he was a mob boss and he's about ready to kill Dennis Hopper. What was that?
Oh, yeah. Right. And that was with,
Suicide Kings?
no, it was, and
it had the other dude that he was like one of the Brat Pack of the young Brat Pack.
Yep.
Charlie, no, not Charlie Sheen.
Emilio?
No.
No, but
Good guess.
he's in that.
He's the one that talks like
Yeah,
Jack Nicholson.
he
Oh,
tries.
Christian Slater.
Christian
He's
Slater.
yeah, he's in it. He's lit, and it's a story about him and his girlfriend. The
Yeah.
whole movie. I can't
And
remember
his
what it's called.
girlfriend is, what's her name?
Blue. The name Blue. The word blue is in it, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Blue. Yeah.
I can't remember.
That movie is just
I'll look that
so
up.
good.
Yeah, and we can't even talk about what Dennis Hopper was saying to Christopher Walken before he
Yeah. No, that's just.
Slater, Hopper.
Although
Blue Lagoon. Blue Velvet.
No.
That was a weird movie.
Dennis Hopper was in that. right?
True Romance.
True Romance. That's it. That's a David Lynch movie, right?
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I always like those slightly off movies.
I'll tell you, David Lynch movies are like really, really off the wall.
Yeah.
That one wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I agree. Blue
True
Velvet
Romance
was really weird.
Oh my goodness.
Or Buffalo
With the
City.
lipstick.
Yeah.
The scene with the lipstick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Or how about when the guy would get up and was that the one where he? No, that's the different one.
The dad. Oh, that
Did you
was
see
just-
Buffalo '66? Oh, I think that
I
was also.
did, but that was.
And that's the one where his dad gets up and starts singing in front of the guy kidnaps the girl in Buffalo '66.
Yeah.
He wants to make it like takes it to the dad's house, and he wants her to act like she's his girlfriend. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh,
But the funny part about that movie, what was it?
You said you weren't sleepy.
Yeah, it was
What
so
was
long.
really weird about that movie, and the one I think the real guy came in. So the whole Buffalo tie-in was
Have another beer.
there was a field goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's banana flavor.
Is it really?
This one is.
The Bills. Ew, that's gross.
It
Banana
is
flavored beer.
gross. Yeah, it's disgusting.
I can't even believe they mixed that
I
together.
know. I had no idea. But then I realized the name, Monkey Boy. Of course, it's banana flavored.
The Buffalo Bills you're talking about?
Yeah, so the movie's hinged around the Buffalo Bills, and there was one time. You remember when they had that streak at Super Bowls and they lost every one?
Yeah, Bill stands for boy. I love losing Super Bowls.
Oh. So one of those they actually had.
4 in a row.
Yeah, one of those
Unprecedented.
they had a chance to win, and the field goal kicker missed.
Chance to win them all, but yeah.
He missed.
Chris-
So the
yeah.
story is partially about it. He's in that movie,
Laces out, Dan.
and he plays like he's a total loser. Like he totally
The actual kicker's in the movie.
yes,
Playing
and he
a
plays
loser.
like a loser. He's
That's
playing
nice.
the kicker
That's
who's
cool.
a loser
Okay. That's
through
funny.
the whole thing. Yeah,
good for
That's
him.
in the, yeah, it's pretty.
Good
I think
meta.
it's him. I should look that up too. But here's the weird part. So there's this whole scene.
Welcome to the show where we Google everything.
Yeah. The weird scene in that is so picture the son is coming home and introducing his girlfriend to the dad for the first time.
Yeah.
And I think the wife's dead or whatever. His mom's dead, so it's just him. He's in his house, and so it's just awkward. He's asking awkward questions to her and stuff, and they're at the table, and there's this whole part
Keep talking.
where he wants to sing for her.
Yeah.
So he gets a song that's like some crooner song.
Yeah.
And he gets up and all of a sudden the lights just shine on him like in front of the kitchen. It's almost like David Lynch style stuff.
Yeah.
And he plays the record and all you hear is the guy on the record singing and he's just mouth miking like he's the one singing it. And he's all into it.
Huh.
Like he's airplaying the song. And he doesn't sing at all. And it's in the movie like that, and he's all serious about it, and,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Wow, that was really good." And he didn't sing at all; it was just a record. The guy on the record, he's just really weird. Yeah, it was in the movie.
That is.
So-
Yeah. He writes some weird ones.
Yeah,
No doubt.
yeah.
So,
We wanted to talk about.
yeah. How was your weekly?
It's fine.
We wanted to hear about day in the life of Lee and his job. So, Mike and I have lived our life working in private industry, and Lee has too, but he has made a change to where he works as his main employer is the church,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So when we were around the
I
summer,
work in a parish.
works in
That's what I was
parish,
trying to
right?
say.
Yes,
Yeah. Not for the diocese.
yeah. So why is it a church and a parish not the same thing?
Yeah.
Why'd you correct me?
I didn't. I reiterated.
Oh, I thought you were saying actually it's not a church, it's a
But
parish.
I thought you would want to distinguish between working for the diocese and working for a
Rob did that
parish.
for me. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I would
So-
not do that if it were me. I would
Nobody's a
not
big
work.
fan of diocese.
No.
Yeah, so interesting question. So
Anymore.
you're do you take advantage of the health benefits from
No.
the church?
I'm on my wife's benefits.
Are you offered health benefits for the
Mhm.
church?
Yeah, through the diocese.
So through the diocese, and is it a pretty good plan?
I think it's all right. It's not
Is
as
it?
good as my wife's because she's a teacher, but
Right. Okay, interesting. Do you get?
How much do you get paid, Lee? Let's just cut right to the
Well,
chase.
no. Do you get? Do
for
they
a
actually
church, I don't
have?
get paid exactly.
Is it a straight salary?
Yes,
Okay, so there's no bonus plan.
there's a bonus round.
There's a bonus
There's,
round.
there's a lightning round.
No, but like,
At the end of every quarter,
but like,
there's a lightning round.
there's
Or-
nothing where you can get more money in a year that's variable. It's straight.
Unless I'm stealing out of the collection plate.
Okay, yeah, right. That's what I thought. So there's no bonus incentive.
Which has happened.
So it's like working.
Not me.
Yeah. So like working for the school. So the school doesn't get, I don't think, bonuses either. No, so same kind of deal.
Right.
Um,
No, I didn't. There's no Christmas bonus. I'm
Yes,
not,
there's no Christmas bonus?
vacation. I'm not waiting for the Christmas
No,
bonus.
there's an
So I
Easter
can buy
bonus,
presents.
though, right?
There's an eternal bonus.
You get a bonus when you die.
That's what I meant.
Definitely.
So do you, how much vacation do you get?
I've been there almost 3 years, so I get 2 weeks.
You get 2 weeks.
Yeah, I got they've got this really weird formula that they use to figure out how much vacation time you get,
Uh-huh.
which comes from the diocese. I work for the parish, but the diocese, writes the employee manual, or they have say in it.
Okay.
They've got their fingers in stuff.
Right.
We are sort of like an independent entity. We have our own tax ID number, so
Okay.
we're connected to we're part of the diocese,
Yes.
but like if the diocese, inevitably goes bankrupt like everyone expects it to,
Yeah.
it's not going to kill us.
No.
Okay. You have a separate.
Yeah.
Do you have sick time?
Yes, they just introduced that. It used to be just sort of, or maybe it was sick days. I don't remember. I don't pay much attention to that, honestly. I
Like
don't.
if you feel sick and
I work-
are you okay to go
I
home?
just try to work. Yeah.
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 You're
If
allowed
I
to
feel
go.
sick, I'll just say, "Hey, I feel sick," and they'll say, "Go home."
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
And
allowed to-
they'll check a box off somewhere and just
Yeah.
note that I took half day or whatever.
Okay.
But I don't ever come close to using up what I have to make an effort even just to use my vacation days.
Oh, okay. You allowed to work from home if you want to?
Not technically.
Okay.
It would be
So
hard
you-
for me because I've got a desktop Mac that all my stuff is on.
Oh, that's right.
Although we just purchased an Adobe Creative Cloud subscription, so
Mhm.
I could technically use things like Photoshop and InDesign
Mhm.
and Premiere at home if I
Right.
needed to.
Right.
But that's not encouraged, and I wouldn't. I don't feel the need to do that.
Okay.
Do you guys do fire drills?
They
That's
have.
a good one.
They don't make us leave the building, but they do run fire drills. We have a woman's voice comes in. It goes like,
That sounds
Yeah.
pretty good.
"Please leave the building."
That's pretty advanced. That sounds like a
Yeah, I mean,
pretty advanced.
yeah. It's not just a bell.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, so who is your official boss?
My direct supervisor is
Yeah.
Karen Walker.
Okay.
She's the pastoral minister. She replaced Sister Annie basically,
Okay.
but she's not.
She's not a nun.
She's not a religious, right?
Okay.
My boss ultimately is Father Jay,
Father Jay. Okay.
but I answer directly to Karen,
Okay.
and she answers to Father Jay.
Do you have an expense account, like if you want to go get something?
I don't. We have an Amazon credit card,
Okay.
so what I need I can order,
You can order.
or I can just turn in receipts.
Okay.
Like the faith formation department has
Yeah.
a budget.
Okay.
The youth ministry department has a budget. The outreach department has a budget.
Yeah.
They have budgets. I don't have a budget. I just basically
Mhm.
spend what I need. I don't spend much money though.
Yeah.
Like the Adobe Creative Cloud membership. That was the biggest purchase that I've made, and I asked Karen and Father if we could do it, and explained to them the benefits. And because my Mac is probably not going to be with us a whole lot longer. I think it's a 2012,
Oh.
so it's older.
What are you going
And,
to get in place of it?
I'll get another Mac when
Sweet.
when the time comes. Yeah, but the the version of Photoshop I'm using was on a disk, and
Yeah.
we don't even have the disk anymore. So if that goes, we needed to have.
They should let you get a laptop and you get a Thunderbolt monitor.
That'd be cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're expensive, but
Yeah.
then you can take your laptop home too.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be fun.
Do you have annual reviews?
Yeah,
Do you?
yeah. I just had mine
How'd it go?
beginning of June. Went really well.
Oh,
Did
good.
it really?
Yeah, I have them snowed.
You got,
I have them snowed. They
what does that mean?
I have them fooled. They think,
Oh yeah.
So,
they think I'm actually good at what I do.
so
You are good.
You exceed.
The everything went well.
Nice.
Everything was
Congratulations.
So do you get bumps and stuff like that after?
yeah, in the past, it's always been sort of a cost of living raise. The last one I had with Father Mac, I got the maximum raise I could get.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This year they didn't talk about raises because
Okay.
a lot of things are up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, like what?
The Catholic Church
Are
is
you
just
saying
smooth
that-
sailing for the Catholic Church right now.
Wait, why?
Yeah.
I mean, what would you say?
No, because we're combining several parishes into one
Yeah.
big
Oh, that's true.
parish, and there are people that have had to be laid off, and they're consolidating positions, and so I guess they didn't really want to get into that kind of stuff at this
Yeah,
time.
that makes sense.
So I don't know if I'm getting a raise this time or not. But
So are you responsible for covering some of the other parishes now that you're unifying?
that's on its way to happening. Yeah.
Okay.
Currently, we've got four parishes that we're molding into one parish, right? And
Yeah.
so there's us, and then there are 3 parishes in the Beaver Valley,
Okay.
which are smaller, older parishes, and they each were run separately, obviously, before, and they each had their own little bulletins and stuff. So, what happened when the new administration took over was they combined the 3 of them into one bulletin
Mhm.
for the 3 churches. 3 churches are still there. The goal, ultimately, within 5 years, is to get us down to 2 buildings, 2 campuses.
Okay.
So 2 of those churches are likely going to be phased out.
Okay.
So they've got them down to 1 bulletin down there, and I'm doing the bulletin for our building. But I sort of talked Father Jay into, and it was his idea to do it as well eventually. But in August, probably, I'm going to take over both bulletins. So
Oh, really?
I'll be doing like 2 editions of our 1 bulletin, one for our parish and the other for the 3 in the valley.
So, but you'll probably 80% of it will look the same within either.
It's
specific
gonna
stuff.
all look basically the same, but
Yeah.
theirs is gonna be tailored
Yeah.
to their
Sure.
needs. And there's the secretary down there that's working on the bulletin now is going to continue being sort of the bulletin editor. So she'll gather the information and send it to me. So
Yeah.
she'll know, they'll know what needs to be in it.
Right.
I'll just lay it all out and make it look nice.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody realizes, but if you've not seen a bulletin from the parish, our parish that Lee goes to, it's not really a bulletin. It's like a mini magazine.
There are longer ones out there. Ours is
I don't
20
know.
pages.
Is it really?
20?
Yeah.
It could be 24. Ours is 20 though.
Like this is
With-
almost like a
With
new-
4 pages
yeah.
of ads though.
That's why I accidentally called it a newsletter earlier. But if you look at it, it's like getting a mini magazine every week. Like it's
Yeah.
got helpful articles. It's got an excellent cartoon that he puts in place every week.
No, I stopped doing that like half a year ago.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I took a break because I was burnt out on it. I just couldn't keep it up.
You couldn't? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I may get back to it, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it
He's
currently.
very gifted.
Right
at
now, I'm
drawing.
putting I do a little graphic design of whatever saint is coming up, and I put a quote
Yes.
from that saint in it.
Well, that's what I was.
It's not the
referring
cartoon
to.
anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it was a cartoon that I did.
Yeah.
Now it's just a saint's quote with some graphic design elements, but
Yeah.
I try to make it like an uplifting sort of meaningful
Yeah.
quote to today's world that people can relate to.
I think there was one of the bulletins where you kind of worked in some of the show, right?
There was one sneak. Yeah, there was
Yeah,
one
that was
sneak in
pretty
it.
awesome.
What did I
Yeah.
do? I don't remember.
You did the locusts.
Did I?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
That
did
was
that
it.
with.
Oh, I did. I
John
drew
the Baptist.
John the Baptist. And
Yeah.
he was
You wanted
eating a locust.
locusts.
Yeah, locusts.
Yeah.
That's true. I did.
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty
That's
good.
like the closest I'll ever get to famous,
Yeah, probably.
unless
No.
I start murdering people, which could happen. you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
So
We
what's
were talking about killing your mailman earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. No, I didn't bring that up. That was
Yeah,
Rob.
you did.
Yeah.
No, that was Rob.
And you
Well,
and
yeah.
no, and you said
Yeah.
it's a different mailman every day, so I have no reason to kill
Yeah.
that.
Kill the mailman.
Now, if you ever get one
Yeah,
mailman,
right, you have a reason.
we'll
I
know.
may. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole comment was you were amazed on how strict a schedule that the mail
Yeah.
carrier follows
pretty
into
awesome.
your house.
Yeah, because of
It's
my
within a
Nest,
half an hour.
because of my Nest Cam, I know between 10:30 and 11 every day
Mhm.
there's a mailman on my porch,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I watch for him.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I do.
And
And
do you say that through the Nest Cam when he gets there?
I tell him
I've
his
been
days are
watching
numbered.
for you.
Yeah, so you are planning to murder him.
Your days are numbered.
Yeah.
That's what I
Right
say.
on time.
Yeah. You should set up little traps for him sometimes.
Yeah.
Like a water trap or something. Like when he comes up to the door or
A poop
anything and
trap.
knocks or something. It just
Alright.
yeah,
Just something.
yeah. I always wanted to do it for trash removal. I never could stand trash
Oh,
removal.
dude, really?
Yeah.
Those guys are golden, man.
No,
You should-
you
you
don't
should-
have the same
they're
trash
heroes.
removal we
Oh,
have.
you don't have an iPhone. I was gonna say you could wait for him and then airdrop naked pictures of yourself onto his iPhone.
Yeah, that would be excellent.
From the
Yeah.
other side of the door.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
go.
you.
Yeah. Here's your.
People are
here's
doing
your-
it. People are doing that on airplanes
Yeah.
now.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. They try to. Yeah, I've seen that. There's an actual app for that. I can't remember what it's called.
That what
For
they,
sending a
Well, no, there's an app for if you want to do a sky, like if you want to do a hookup, like either
Okay.
on a subway.
oh, there it's like Tinder.
yeah,
for
but
being
it's
on a
like,
plane.
hey, I'm on or in a subway.
Okay,
Do you
but
wanna do
people
a
are
quick
just
hookup
airdropping. They'll
on the
turn
way
on
to work?
airdrop,
Yeah.
and see what comes up, and they'll drop.
Oh, really? My
pictures
wife
of the
loves
junk
airdrops.
to
No,
people.
maybe I'm wondering why she likes using it. Wow, she wants to. It annoys me. She's like, just airdrop the picture to me. I'm like, I hate airdrop. I'm not gonna.
Why do you
I'll
hate
just
airdrop?
text it.
It's so easy. Huh?
Yeah, but you gotta wait for the name to come up. You're waiting for it to show up, and then it's ready, and then you gotta be timed. It does a request. We're sending you a picture. Accept it. You gotta
Yeah.
like interact with it.
Unless you mean she hasn't set you as a default. I mean, you can set it certain
Oh, you can set it to
users
where
to
the.
like automatic. You don't have to
Oh,
accept
I
it.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you had to do
No,
that, like, because it was like a timing thing. Yeah, but no, I was getting back to Mike, and he's talking about the airdrop pictures, and you're like, here's your Christmas bonus.
the
Right?
big red bow on it.
Yeah, Mike was just a stocking on his head, and that's it.
I have airmail.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm sure they do get infiltrated with weird stuff.
Oh, dude, they just deliver mail.
Yeah, but
That's all.
you get the
Actually,
random
that is
crazy
my
dog
dream-
that they have to
dream
watch
job.
about. I'm
That's
sure
my-
they got a dog that like gets ticked at them that they walk up to.
Well, they have pepper spray. Like that's my dream job.
Oh, really? You want to be a mail guy? Really?
Yeah.
Because you get the exercise.
Either that or drive a pat bus.
Wow,
You want to do that?
Yeah.
that'd be stressful.
I want to drive all those suckers to work every day.
Oh, really? You want to do that?
Yeah, and I'll be like, ha ha, have fun at work, losers.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize you liked doing that kind of stuff.
Sure.
You're going to be a Ralph Cramden.
That's right.
Yeah. He's my favorite.
So anyway,
Honeymooners.
back to Lee.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
No, please.
I was, no, please. So, yeah, we don't want to get Lee in trouble for people that,
Nobody listens to this.
well, Angie does.
Oh yeah, but Angie doesn't care.
Okay, so, do you guys have a gossip mill? Like, you guys talk about what you think is really going on about anything in general? About
We
people?
try not to. I mean, the Eucharist is 2 rooms away from us.
Right.
That being said, we talk all the time.
Yeah.
Way more than we should.
But
Yeah,
you
I can
probably
imagine.
have like a
But it's
filter
not.
you're
We're not
smart
gossiping.
about.
It's not like being like, "Oh, did you see what she's wearing
Yeah,
today?"
right, yeah.
It's like, if someone's driving you crazy and you can
Mhm.
relate to it, it's you sort of vent to each other.
Uh,
It's not a gossip mill by any
Yeah.
means,
do you get weird people that
and
come
we're not doing it maliciously.
Yeah.
Is there? Father Mike did a video about that. Is it venting or gossip? And I think his conclusion basically was, even if you say it's venting, you're probably just justifying gossip.
Yeah, probably true.
Yeah. So I mean, we shouldn't do it, but
Mhm.
it's sort of inevitable. Like
Yeah.
work in a workplace,
Yeah, you have things that happen
someone's
you might
going to
not
drive
be
you
happy
nuts,
about,
and you
right?
want to talk about it.
Right, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Do you have one-on-ones with your boss, your supervisor? Like once a
Yeah,
week they meet,
I
you do touch points?
was. We have like a monthly meeting,
Uh-huh.
but with sort of certain staff members. And Father Jay had wanted to do like every other week just with me to discuss marketing and promotion and stuff.
Mhm.
That kind of fell by the wayside. He's incredibly busy all the time,
Mhm.
and he's really hard to pin down. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was able to sort of keep up that every other week schedule. But
Which
he-
you're
he
probably
calls me
okay
once in a
with.
while. Yeah, I'm
'Cause
not a
you were-
meeting guy.
you
I
were
despise meetings.
You do, yeah.
I can't stand meetings. I can't sit still for that long. For
Yeah.
one thing, I think I've mentioned. I have all these tics that
Right.
I at one time actually thought was Tourette's syndrome. In fact,
Uh-huh.
the doctor did tell me it was
Right.
mild Tourette's at one point.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have never seen like what I do when I'm alone. It's
Uh-huh.
like I suppress most of it most
Yeah.
of the time. So when I'm alone, it's crazy. It really is.
Do you think it has to do with nerves? Like,
I
are
think it
you
has to do
nervous
with the
about-
fact that my mother was insane and my childhood was jacked up.
Well, it was funny. There's a show that I absolutely love to watch called The Employables.
Oh yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it.
Yeah. Now, one thing.
And somebody had Tourette's. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, every week there's somebody with Tourette's. There's always somebody
Okay.
on the autism spectrum, and
It's
somebody
always Tourette's.
somebody always
Right.
with Tourette's, and they show how gifted they are, like brilliant.
Yeah.
And what I wondered with your text, like the one thing. when
Okay, Tourette's boy, give the little girl a lollipop. Son of a mother!
Yeah, right. Well, the one thing when they would try to suppress it would actually make them worse.
It is. It
Does
does.
that happen
it
with
does.
you too?
I've been suppressing it my entire life, and I don't have coprolalia, which is
Yeah.
calling out of obscene words.
Right.
Echolalia, to a degree, is like repeating what you've just heard.
Right.
Right. So if Tourette's is like a combination of physical symptoms and psychological symptoms, and
Right.
they don't really know like where in the spectrum it lives. You know?
Right.
So it has to have like a physical tick component and a vocal tick component, like an audio, an audible thing.
Right.
So I do have audible ticks as well that
Do you?
don't
I've never
usually make
seen
it out. No, because I suppress most of it. Yeah.
No, when the guys were trying to suppress it for an interview and they were stressed,
Mhm.
they would be able to suppress them, but then it would get violent after they got away from it because it had to catch it. Like their ticks would have to catch up from themselves. It's almost
Sort of.
like winding it up,
Yeah.
and it would wind up more and more, and then finally, when they let it go, it was like violently.
That can happen. Yeah,
Does
yeah.
that happen to you?
They can.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
wild.
So anyway, because of that, I have a lot of trouble sitting still for that long in a meeting.
Yeah.
And, meetings with Father Jay can go like 4 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's tough.
Well, that's why, like, even if you don't have full on Tourette's, the one thing that I found with the ones that did have them was how brilliant they are in recalling information and how detailed they can remember it. And your ability to.
Specifically Tourette's people.
Yes. So they actually, in every show, they have this, what is it called? It's a therapist it's an occupational therapist that specializes in Tourette's. And they have these specific tests that they give them that show them on their IQ level for certain things, whether it's spatial relationship or being able to recognize words. And they don't, that's the sad part. Like the people that have these really hardcore Tourette's, like nobody will hire them and they're embarrassed by what they have, but they'll have this interview and he'll show how brilliant they are. And then they get confident and then they get these amazing jobs because they're like, and the problem with what they were doing is a lot of these people with Tourette's wanted to suppress it because they thought it was going to get in the way of having a job. But what they found is if they were open about it, says, hey, I have this tick thing.
Yeah.
But I'm given this, I'm very good at this type of stuff. It actually paid off. Like a lot of those folks were very, very intelligent and they found that there is a direct correlation between the two.
Balls in your crack.
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, I mean, at the same time, everybody hates meetings, dude. You
Yeah, I know.
Not
meetings
everybody.
are terrible.
Not everybody. I think Father Jay loves me.
The only meetings that I like are my meetings.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah, me
meetings that
too.
have
Okay.
my agenda, and
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
other than that, like if someone,
Yeah.
and nothing is worse
Mike meetings are the meetings you like.
than walking into a meeting without knowing the agenda.
Yeah.
And this guy, like he's
Is that his
he's-
thing?
No,
Oh.
he's the one that's like, do not attend a meeting unless you have an
Oh,
agenda.
okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Unless you know what you're walking into.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I hate being reacted to. I hate to have to react to something.
Mhm.
And I think it's because my weakness is I'm not quick on the uptake. I can't react to a crisis situation really fast. So I have to anticipate what crises can happen or what I could get called out in a meeting to do. So I have all these going on in my head of what's possible when I go into this. So I can already have a plan for when I walk in that I can react to it.
That's why you just always be a smartass.
Yeah, I guess that's
Because
the
you
other
can-
way to do it, right? That's the default position if you can't figure it out, right?
Yeah, you can be quick with a jab.
Give me an example.
I don't know.
Well, at the same time, though,
Yeah.
That's what this show's all about.
Yeah.
I think that's called being a slow thinker.
I'm a slow thinker.
Someone, you need to have some time to digest it.
Mhm.
And
That's
I
the way
think
I am.
as I get older, like I'm realizing more and more that I'm becoming a slow thinker. Like I'm more like, let me get back to you.
That's a very good way to do it, though.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Okay, I've heard you.
Yeah.
Now let me get back to you.
Yeah, because, yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
See, now my wife is the opposite. She is a
Really?
very fast,
Yeah.
very quick-witted, and if somebody says something smart ass to her, she will immediately freaking
Cut them.
nail them
Yeah.
right to the knees with a brilliant comment.
Yeah.
And we're like, wow, I wish I could do that. I'm more like the George Costanza where, they zing him in the
Yeah.
meeting and he's like, he doesn't know what to say. And so now he's got to prepare for it the next
Yeah.
time. And Kramer said,
Coco's getting upset.
yeah, right. And Kramer just told him, like, well, when that happened, it's like what you said, be the smartass.
Mhm.
He said, just tell him you slept with his wife. Do you remember that one?
His wife had died.
Yeah, his wife had to know. She was in a coma
That's
at the
right.
moment.
That's
I
right.
just slept with your wife. My wife's in a coma. Yeah.
Costanza. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's a good thing though. So have you ever got visibly or responded angrily to somebody in church that you worked with?
Ooh.
Nobody ever pissed you off.
I mean, yeah, somewhat. I think.
No,
Yeah.
no, did they ever attack
I don't get
you?
pissed. Very
Well, when I
easily.
mean attack, like verbally, like
It takes
accuse
a
you
lot
of
to piss
something.
me off. No.
No.
Uh-uh.
Interesting.
Yeah, because that would be good just to be like, God loves you.
Just
That's so fake, though.
Well, that's
You
yeah,
know
of
what
course
they're
that's what
saying.
you say. If someone's yelling
It's
at
like-
you and you're like,
I got cranky with Father Jay recently.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Did you crank it with
Yeah.
him? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
"Did you eat
okay,
their holy water?"
this week I had 2 bulletins due because 4th of July
Yeah.
bumped up a bulletin deadline. So I had 2 bulletins due.
Yeah.
And at the end of the month, we've been running a what's coming next month.
Yeah.
We've been doing this all year.
Yeah.
And then at the first bulletin of the month, we've been running sort of a here's what this month is about. And so I had that all laid out on the first bulletin this week. And on deadline day, Father Jay sends me an article and says, "Would you please run this instead?" I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't complain. So I had to throw out the layout that I had and lay out another page. It can be very time consuming, laying
Sure.
out a page. So that happened. And then, so for the second bulletin, I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to lay this out again. So and at 1 a.m. last night, Father Jay sends me an email. Leon, I know we wanted to run that what's coming in the month, but could you please put this article in instead? So I replied to him with a kind of passive-aggressive sort of, "Sure, Father. Do you want me to stop doing these week-ahead things because it's a lot of work to lay them out?"
Oh yeah,
That kind
right,
of a
yeah,
thing.
right, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but
Yeah.
please run my article." So I had to throw away all the work I did again. So that's between throwing away the layout I did and doing the new layout. That's like, an hour and a half worth of work shot.
Did you have to do another hour and a half to get that to work in there?
No, total.
Wow. Oh wow.
did you
yeah.
respond at 1 a.m.? Or did you respond?
I was just going to bed. I should never email
Well,
at 1
that's
a.m.
the best
I have
thing.
found that out.
So what I'll do is, if I'm angry,
Yeah.
I'll write a response at the time, but I'll save it.
Yeah.
And I will not
That's
send
smart.
it.
That's
like
what I
I'll save
need
it
to
as a draft, and then 9 times
Read it
out
in
of
the
10,
morning,
I
and you'll be
still
like,
send it
"Wow."
again. No,
Oh, do
I
you?
still send it again. Yeah.
You add
Yeah.
to it then. You're like, "Why was I being so nice?"
And this is why you're a.
Yeah. See now, Mike doesn't hold back with me though. He actually called me.
Oh,
I was
I called-
acting. He said the other day I was acting like a bitch
Hey,
in my mail.
Yeah.
One of my emails.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Was I? Yeah, you're acting like a bitch.
is that a benefit of being friends outside of work?
Yeah, I mean we can separate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
I could tell you in the past with other bosses, I
Mhm.
would never say
Right.
that to them.
Right.
But
And is
I
that-
want that kind of.
You're cool with
rapport.
that?
I want people that work with me that I don't like. I don't like having yes people on my team.
So you're not like Mike. You shouldn't bring the friendship line into work.
So he's never
No.
heard the Emperor's New Clothes thing.
Yeah.
Do you know the Emperor's New Clothes?
Well, he's naked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, he'd
Everybody's
never
a-
heard of that, and I explained it to him what it was.
You never heard the fairy tale, the Emperor's
Well,
New
yeah, but
Clothes?
I never really could. I never revisited it as a business person.
And he's
Yeah.
the guy that will tell you you're naked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I appreciate having that.
Yeah.
Like.
He's probably also the guy who would tell
Yeah.
you he would like you to be naked.
Yeah, probably, and we have discussed that and how inappropriate that would be at work.
Okay,
but
good.
maybe at home we could like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, terrible. But no, yeah. I mean, the one thing that I find as a leader, I can't have people that just agree with everything that I have to say. Okay, yeah, and actually makes me feel uncomfortable because a lot of what I come up with is not good.
Mm.
And if you have people that just are afraid of you and they just say, "Yeah, let's go with it," and they know it's gonna like take us to impending doom,
Right.
we just screwed everybody.
That does
right?
that does nothing for you. Right.
No, I want a team like I don't know if you ever read Lincoln's Team of Rivals, but it's about how all of them were, a lot of them were against, even against Lincoln, but there was a lot of them that were argumentative, but he had a team of people that had different opinions, and they would challenge him, and it would help him have a balanced decision, right? So, and sometimes he wouldn't agree with him, but at least he got the other points of view, and he got any of his thoughts tested all the way around it to know, well, what's the bad part about my decision, and he had to weigh that. So it's a great book. It actually discusses that, having a cabinet of people that are like that.
Yeah.
It's a little more stressful.
Yeah.
But I think you're a little less stressed about your decision.
That's true with creative pursuits too. If I draw
Right.
something or write something, if
Yeah.
I show it to the people around me, they're going to say, "Oh, that's good." And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but
Yeah.
you like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know where
That's
I'm at.
of
You
no
know where
help
my
to
head
me at
is.
all.
If
Yes.
there's somebody from the outside that doesn't know me,
Yeah.
and they're looking at it, they're not going to necessarily get the whole story.
Right. Yeah. This compliment helps me not at all.
Yeah.
So then you show it to somebody who's not inclined to be as
Right.
complimentary,
Yeah.
and they give you the truth about it, and then you're like, "Screw you."
Yeah, exactly.
What do you know?
But then privately, you're like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to change it. But then they're never your friend again.
Right.
But
You
at
hate
least
them.
you got,
So-
you hate.
They become harder and harder to find because you hate more and more people because of it.
Yeah, because it actually is a bit of a fine line because you do not want to be a negative Nancy. Like the first thing out
Right.
of your mouth should never be something negative.
Right.
You need to think about it, but if someone is acting like a bee when they're
Yeah.
sending emails,
Yeah.
then you need to tell them.
And that's the other part. I think it is inappropriate, like if somebody on your team calls you out, like you're B in front of a bunch of other people. There is a line.
Never.
Sure.
But I'm on the other extreme. You can be full on whatever you want with me privately. Like you can tell me how miserable of an a-hole I am
Yeah.
and how I can't stand being around you, and I'm not going to hold it against them.
Right.
I'm going to appreciate that they have that point of view because I believe when they're telling me that, they're giving us an opportunity to improve the relationship.
Sure.
Because if they didn't tell me that, they're privately thinking that way about me.
Yeah.
But they're actually giving me a chance for us to build a stronger bond.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it. But
You want to go
all
pick
right,
Lou
well,
up? And
yeah,
then
pick
we'll
up-
just take a break and we'll
yeah,
pick it up
take a
when we get
break.
back.
Yeah, yep.
Around that time.
When she walks, watch the sparks will fly. Fire cracking on the
Yeah.
4th of July. No sad songs tonight. Something's in the air. You can feel it, can't you? Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah. Actually,
Stevie Vai.
I got his Tobacco Road was the album. That was a good album.
That was Tobacco Road was on Eat 'Em and Smile.
Oh, it was Eat 'Em and Smile. That's right.
Yeah.
You're right. That was a good
Remember they were
album.
going back
Actually,
and forth with Van Halen.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. That was
One,
right
two,
after.
Eat 'Em and Smile. Yeah.
That was right after 1984. That was his first solo album. Yeah,
I didn't think it was bad.
I love it.
Yeah,
it was
I thought it was
fantastic.
good.
Yeah.
It was so much better than
Yeah.
Van Hagar.
Yeah.
Well, people hate Van Hagar.
I
gotta tell
hate
you,
Van
they
Hagar.
are
I
like
can't stand
really good.
I hate Van Hagar.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a big
Oh
fan.
my gosh.
Big fan.
No, the one was the song that you go, Bumbale, Zimale, Boomale, Boomale.
Yeah.
I ain't got nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody cares for me.
Nobody.
Nobody.
I said.
I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely, sad and lonely. Want some pretty mama, come and take a chance with me, 'cause I ain't so bad. Now that was off of Crazy from the Heat, which was
Oh,
an
yeah.
EP. It was like a 4-song EP,
Oh, yeah.
which came out between 1984 and Eat 'Em and Smile. So that was really his first solo effort, I guess.
Yeah, he's very talented.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. But so what else did they talk about on the Joe Rogan interview?
Oh, well, I'm trying to remember, but like he did talk about his EMT experience. Well, basically, Joe was like, "Why do you do all of these very?" He wants to be in this continuous learning environment.
Yeah, that's a great way to live.
Yeah, and he when he does it, he dedicates himself completely to
He
it.
does.
Yeah, all in.
He masters these things.
Yeah, he does. And even when he was talking about the calligraphy, he was talking about how long it takes to you actually like belts and you become like a master in doing that type of work. Like there's an artistry behind it.
Oh, okay.
And like he befriended with like the main guy that does that in Japan.
When
All
Van
that.
Halen just did, when they got together and came out with the new album
Yeah.
and did that tour, he was very into training shepherding dogs at that time.
Was he real?
They played a big video. I saw them on that tour. Behind the thing of him with his dogs
Yeah.
behind the stage. Yeah.
Oh, really?
He became like a master shepherding dog trainer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, and I won't
What a
compare the
life,
two.
though, right?
Yeah.
What a life.
I won't compare that. You might like the one that annoys me that sounds like he's got a similar personality is Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
Because he's all in on like hunting. Like
Sweaty
he talks
Uncle Teddy.
yeah, like and he just now Joe Rogan's interviewed him and that was hard for me to listen to him
Yeah.
because he sounds like he's like major OCD or something or like ADD or something. Like
Right.
he's extremely intense
Right.
all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
He's hard
Yeah.
for me to
Yeah.
but yeah.
Never been a big Nugent fan.
Me either. I never really could stand. I don't like him.
I got one for you. Ready?
Yeah.
Bombadita, bombadita, bombadita.
That's the same-
That's Van Halen.
Happy
Trails
trails
to
to
you
you.
until we meet
Bum,
again.
bum, bum, bum.
Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather.
1, 2, 3.
Happy trails to you till we meet again. We are so bad.
That was
Wow,
awesome.
the fact that you
I
remember
love
the
that.
words.
That was
That was
Diver
Diver
Down.
Down. That was
Yeah.
my favorite Van Halen record ever.
Wow, that
Yeah.
was my least favorite.
Really,
record.
dude?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was all covers. It was all cover tunes, practically.
Oh, so good.
Although Eddie and Alex's father, Jan Van Halen, plays clarinet on Big Bad Bill is Sweet William now.
Oh,
Wow.
Although the Full Bug off of that album is one of my favorite Van Halen songs ever.
What is it?
The Full Bug.
Hmm.
I'll tell you now. I'll tell you I
that
know.
was very bluesy. Yeah.
I can't remember the words.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, precious sweetheart. It's giving all that you can get. Oh, yeah. Girl, you're sensational, and this gets better yet. You remember that one?
Yeah, absolutely. And, the whole thing, end to end, is just it's.
All I want to give you, woman, is the best part of a man.
I think
Wow.
you're a little off key, but yeah.
Thanks, little pitchy, dog.
Yeah.
Little pitchy.
Doesn't work for me, dog. No.
No, man, no. I think it's the worst bloody thing I've ever heard in my life.
Is this Simon Cowell?
And
I
Randy,
think so,
Randy
yeah.
Jackson.
Oh, Randy. Oh, yeah.
That would make you Paula Abdul, the way we're sitting.
Oh, yeah. I kind of have the look, right? Wow.
Ah, I think you're wonderful.
I think you're really good. Good Lord.
I think that was the most bloody awful thing I've ever seen.
That was so easy for him to pull that off every time. When
Simon?
He knew it was just shtick.
You said to
Yeah.
be cranky. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody loved when he would do that, though.
And then he would be like, that was brilliant. And people would lose their crap.
Yeah, right.
It must be good if
Yeah.
Simon says
Yeah,
that.
right, yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, but
Wow.
could you imagine having that ability to judge talent?
Does he have that ability?
It seems.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, people lose their crap whenever he says something's
They
good.
do.
But if you look at American Idol, look at the amount of people that actually became famous. There were two really good ones. Yeah, and the one fluke
Adam
was
Lambert.
oh, well, yeah, he's okay.
He's with Queen
He's
now.
Queen now. But he doesn't have huge notoriety. There were two, though, right? There was country
Oh,
singer
Kelly Clarkson and
and she was the first.
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, and so, like, what a way to start. The first one in the
Yeah.
first season, and she's done extremely well.
Right.
And then, yeah, Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood's been, like, probably the most popular country
I think
singer
so,
for
yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
Which who cares about country, right?
I like country.
Do you?
Sometimes, yeah.
That's the
I
one
had
genre I
no
do not.
idea
Really.
that you like country.
I haven't
Yeah.
listened to it for a while, but when I worked for a company where all I did was drive around
Yeah.
all over the place, and a lot of places all you could get in on the radio was country music.
Mm.
So I got
And
used
you
to
didn't
it.
have a smartphone.
Not at that time, no.
Nor an iPod.
That was pre-smartphone.
Oh.
Over the course, I had CDs. There was a CD player, but
But at some point, you
sometimes I just wanted to listen to the radio. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
Garth Brooks, I think, was a crossover, but, like, just about everybody likes Garth Brooks.
I don't like Garth.
You didn't like Friends in Low Places?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, silly man. I'm not a fan of country
No.
at all.
No.
That is one genre I'm like, no. I'd rather listen to opera.
I love opera.
Do you?
That's like my mainstay. Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I listen to opera. I like it a lot.
I like.
You were like saying you'd rather listen to opera because you freaking hate it too, right?
No, I do not hate opera.
Yeah.
I don't like. I mean,
I do like
I
opera.
saw Carmen in college.
Oh, I actually want to go. I have not been to, but I like opera music. I'll listen to it at home by myself.
You like show tunes, Mike? Is that your genre?
It's my family.
I like some Broadway musical type stuff.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, Man of La Mancha was like my favorite thing ever. You remember
Yeah.
the Don Quixote story?
Yeah.
Hear me now, oh, the bleak and unbearable world, thou art base and debauched as can be. And a knight with his banners all bravely unfurled now hurls down his gauntlet to thee.
Yeah.
I am my Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha. My destiny calls and I go. And the wild winds of fortune shall carry me onward, or whithersoever they blow. Whithersoever they blow. Onward to glory I go.
How did you not perform? Seriously.
Uh,
Did you ever go to a drama class? Did you listen
I only
to that?
do this crap in front of you guys.
No, but the freaky thing about it is how much you know. Like, do you play that
Well,
over
that's
and
the
over?
Tourette's, like we talked about.
Yeah. How many times did you have to hear that to pick that
I
up?
don't know. Let's do it all the time.
The thing.
I think it is the Tourette's.
Probably.
I think it's the brain mapping.
Well, the thing about that is like the theater music. Like it's easy. It's simple because it's just. I mean, clearly you've got that. And
Yeah, but how does you remember all those words?
I go to work like a doctor. When I rock the mic, you got to like the way I operate and make
Yeah.
miracles happen just from rapping. So lyrically potent, and I'm floating and exploding on the scene. Me and I got the potential to make you go and chill. There's who we sent chill as a build and guild for all the rappers of skill. Kill the weak rappers with no frills. Hang him in effigy. If he's a sucker, hang him to the left of me because my right hand man is my mic stand and the microphone that I own and my game plan is keeping that steady pace. Ain't no reason to rush. It ain't no race. I'm gonna hit the top just when I wanna. And it's a matter of time and I'm gonna cause I know when to go ahead into the classic Mo D rap that sends you running around, holding your head, asking your homeboy, yo man, you heard what he said? Another funky rhythm. Got your man to give him a high five because I'm live running around with him. Telling everybody hanging out on the block it's time to wake up and check the clock. Punch it! I go to work.
Is that Cool Mo D?
That's cool, idea.
Dang.
This show has devolved into just nonsense.
It just
whatever, yeah.
it just made me look like a no talent ass clown.
You guys can rap stuff. I know you can.
Not like that.
You
I
you
can't
got some
do
Public
that.
Enemy or
Yeah,
something.
no,
in your pocket.
I do like-
Is that you?
I like LL
I know you
Cool J. I always
Yeah.
liked LL.
You could probably sing us some opera, right?
Huh?
Opera.
I can't do what you did. No,
I know you got something in your pocket.
Well,
not like that.
the thing. My point was the thing about theater type music.
Hmm.
The like they sing about anything. Like they can pick anything and they can be like, "This is a phone. It's a phone. It's a phone. It's white. It's got buttons." Like they can just like
Yeah,
go on and
just
on.
play about it. Yeah,
It's nonsense. Yeah.
yeah.
Picking up my coffee, drinking my coffee.
It's black. Coffee's black. I love my coffee.
Yeah, yeah. Musicals where they have to sing every word
Yeah.
are ridiculous. Like I hated the movie Into the Woods. Did you see that? The Disney
No.
movie Into the
Oh
Woods.
no, I did.
They
saw
sang
that. It was
everything
great.
like at a monotone. It was
Yeah.
like, I am walking now in the woods. I am walking through the trees. I am walking through the woods. Into the woods, into the woods,
There's a
into the woods. There's a bush. There's a squirrel in that bush. Did you see the squirrel? Yes, I saw the squirrel. It was terrible. I hated that movie.
But that's exactly my point. Like all of those, it's the same thing. They just
I guess.
yeah.
My foot's stuck.
The
Not all of
popular. What did I just go see? That's the most popular Broadway play right now.
Oh, did you see Hamilton?
Yeah, Hamilton.
Did you?
That was
Hamilton's
amazing.
cool.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything as good as that.
King George is awesome.
He was my favorite.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how good that. I would love to have that.
Mhm.
Like if you're gonna be one of those guys, he was hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious.
He was so good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the only one that I would say that was close to that. That I've been to a few was Android. Phantom of the Opera was really good, but I think Hamilton blew that away for me. I mean, it was more relevant to me.
Mhm.
Like because, like you said, some of those show tuning. I'm not a show tune guy,
No.
but
Yeah.
wow, that
Um,
was
I
really
went to
good.
see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory recently. I was very disappointed to find out it was
As a musical?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah. I was
Wow.
like, oh, that's such a cool. Oh,
Yeah.
It was so disappointing.
Have you seen both?
4 grandparents in a bed. 4
Yeah.
grandparents
In a bed.
in a bed.
Have you seen Johnny Depp's version of that?
Yeah. I mean, there are things I like about it, but I don't love it.
I'm a huge Gene Wilder fan. I
Yeah.
thought he killed it in
He
the
did.
first one. He's
They didn't need to remake it. Although
No.
there's some. I mean, I like the creepiness factor of Johnny Depp's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
definitely.
He's very creepy.
Yeah, he does, and I think he did pay some respect to Gene Wilder by being different. Like he did.
He
try
did.
to
He didn't try to
reproduce.
redo it. No.
No.
I didn't care for the Oompa Loompas or any of the songs. You can't beat, Oompa Loompa,
Oompa, yeah.
Loompa Dee.
Yeah.
You can't beat that stuff.
No, it was awesome. What if you could get rid of
Although you also can't top Gene Wilder being creepy in the tunnel sequence. Like,
Oh my
"There's
gosh,
no
yeah,
earthly way of knowing."
yeah, he was brilliant.
Dude, that was a really creepy look you had on your face. Just
I loved
now.
when he got in the whole
That's how I always look at you
When he
guys when
got-
you're not paying attention.
in the rant at the end when he was acting like that he wasn't going to win. He goes, etc., etc.,
Right, right.
and his hair starts flying around. You know, where
Yes.
he's
You stole fizzy lifting drink!
You're right. It's just
Good day,
it's
sir!
a good- I just loved it. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah,
And he was married to.
Gilda Radner.
You imagine those two together at
Yeah.
home? I mean, come on,
Be crazy.
it would. You hanging around them like that. I mean, the stuff they probably played off each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if people like that take that stuff home, like comedians.
Maybe not.
Like, I wonder what Will Ferrell is like at home with his wife. Like, is he like
Oh my gosh.
always goofing off, or is he like
Yeah,
or is he like serious?
that's a good question. I imagine he would have to be.
I like Robin Williams. I heard was probably like that at home too. Like he couldn't turn it off, and they used to drive his family nuts.
It's just his personality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, those brilliant people. Oh my gosh, you're like in that category, Lee. Though you just missed your
Oh
calling.
my gosh, no.
You could have totally. Yeah,
I'm just an idiot.
he can sing though, right? Don't you
Yeah,
think he can sing?
yeah, definitely.
Not really. It's real pitchy, dog.
Do you think?
Did you ever sing in a band?
Well, in the fake band we had in high school. Yeah, we had a fake band.
Oh,
What
really?
does that
We
mean?
each had Casio keyboards, and so we wrote pretend rock songs that were all sexual in nature. It just
Almost like Justin Timberlake and what's his name?
and Andy Samberg.
You do Deanna B.
Right. Let's be your mother lover.
Yeah.
Let's be each other's mothers.
Oh my gosh! Could you imagine how much they probably laughed doing that stuff?
Would you be my stepfather? I can't remember all the words.
Yeah,
That
do you
was
remember
such
that?
a funny song.
Oh, so you know which one?
I don't know how they held
Yeah,
it
oh,
together.
Oh my
I don't know
gosh!
how they held it together.
I don't think they did. They probably like had to take like I don't know how many takes on doing that.
Right.
So you had Casio keyboards.
So we had
and you-
Casio keyboards. We would write little goofy melodies,
Uh-huh.
and then we would sing, sexually depraved lyrics to them.
Did you ever like talent show any of that?
Really?
No, we would just do it ourselves. We would record albums. We actually some of our friends actually bought some of those albums.
So you're kind of like a
That's
Weird Al
awesome.
Yankovic style type thing.
We didn't do parodies. They were
Right.
original. They were all original songs.
Wow, I can imagine it was pretty good actually.
Yeah. Our one out we kind of broke up after one album. Although we did a few takes for other albums, but we
Right.
never got another album actually put together. The album was called "All Take and No Give," which isn't really sexually based, but it had songs on it like "Piss on the Audience,"
Yeah.
"Vibrator Seat,"
Oh my gosh.
stuff like that. So.
And did you record into like a cassette tape and distribute that cassette tape?
Yes. No, we couldn't sing and play together. So we would compose the music, and then we would record us playing the music, and then we would have a second cassette player and record the music back and sing over that. So we like overdubbed it.
Yeah.
It was
okay.
like a 2-track recorder.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So every time we had to do more like layers on top, it would go shh. The hiss would increase.
Yeah.
Sure.
So eventually, it was really bad.
So were you musically trained at all? Like did you?
I was
Oh
in-
yeah, you
I was
played
in
clarinet.
band my whole
You
life.
you played sax.
Clarinet and sax, and
Yeah.
I fiddle around.
So
on
you could
keyboard
play
and
the Casio.
guitar and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really.
I'm not
cool.
good. I'm not good at it though.
You went through public school, right?
Well, I've played the theme song for the show.
Exactly,
Crap like
right.
that. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, public school. Hampton.
Oh wow, that's right. Coming full circle, and you're still in the same school district. That's amazing.
I live in NA.
Oh yeah, but your wife works for Hampton.
Yeah.
That's pretty. And she went to Hampton.
Mhm.
Wow. Here's a crazy thought. Did she like work alongside teachers that used to be her teachers?
She did. Not anymore.
That's-
Oh my gosh.
Can
It's
you imagine that?
she's been there, 25 years now. So those teachers have all cycled out of the system.
Yeah,
But
but
when
there
she
was an
started,
early.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow.
She started like substituting for teachers that she had in grade school. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is crazy.
Well, and it's come around to kids that she had like her first year are teachers now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
and she could be like, I remember when you picked your nose in class.
Right. And they're like, I remember when you did too.
And you'd still do it.
Mhm.
Wow, that's amazing.
If anything, this show could be called
It's all about
All
Lee.
About Lee.
It is.
Yep.
It's a special show about
I
Lee.
think it's a special
Well,
It
show. I
is.
really like
Well,
it.
the last one you guys recorded had me not in it at all.
Right,
wasn't
so we
even
have
in
to. We have to.
So are we
fully-
making up for that?
We are.
Oh, okay.
And it
Yeah,
didn't
we
even
made-
get published, I don't think, right?
Yeah, it's
Did we
on.
even-
It's out there
it's
now.
out there, okay?
Yeah. It's out there now.
Yeah.
Because that was a pretty dark show without you.
Was it?
Oh,
I didn't listen.
Clearly.
to the
Pretty-
show.
pretty
Honestly.
low.
yeah.
I listened to the beginning and the end because I put dubbed the
Yeah.
music on,
Yeah,
and then that's all I heard.
but the point is,
It was the shortest show we've ever done.
It was 35 minutes.
It was like 44 minutes.
He had to go. Yeah, he had to leave.
It was the second shortest show that we've ever done. The shortest show we ever did was our first one, where Rob was an hour late.
Yeah, it was.
That was like a 38-minute show.
Every morning I wake up on a Saturday, I think about that.
Do you?
Looking at the text,
We,
where are you?
we had planned this out. We were
Yeah.
so
I was
excited.
so excited
It was
too.
our debut.
Yeah.
This was our first
I
big
was so
show.
excited too, and then I blew it.
Crickets.
I
As
blew it.
Mike and I sat there looking
I
at
was
each other.
so
because
disappointed.
we had nothing to talk about to each other at that point.
I was so disappointed.
We had known each other like 2 days.
But I still miss recording in your office.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't compare to this.
No, this is much nicer, but
Yeah.
still, those were like the good old days.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's because we were figuring it all out.
Yeah.
You know, it was neat in our company meeting. We got to show. Well, we had to introduce like when you're a new employee, the company meeting, the first meeting you're in, where you started work there, you're supposed to have an introduction about yourself.
Mhm.
So when they did mine, I promoted our podcast, and it was the picture of the three of us
Mhm, I
in
remember
your
you telling
office,
that.
and it had our names on it.
Yeah.
It looked really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Whoa!" It looked like we knew what we were doing.
broadcaster.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. Yeah, Mike was insensitive. He decided to show a picture of his wife and kid on a bike trail.
I know.
Yeah, I'm like, he's just thinking he's so self-centered.
What a jerk.
But I did
Yeah, I know.
cut out a silhouette of Rob and put him in the
Behind a
background,
tree?
and he didn't even know.
Yeah, the creepy like looking behind the tree.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, wow.
Well, should we wrap this
Yeah,
episode about
no, that
nothing
sounds
then?
pretty good.
Let's go out
Is
with a
there
song.
anything else?
Can I
Wait.
lead us in a song
yes,
to go out?
Yes, good.
All right, you ready?
What is it?
You're going to appreciate this.
Okay.
My uncle has a country place
Nice.
that no one knows about.
Red
He
Barchetta.
says it used to be a farm before the motor law. Do you guys not know the words?
I
On
do,
Sundays
but I
I
don't know.
elude the eyes and hop the turbine freight too far outside the wire where my white-haired uncle waits. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. This isn't working the way I thought it would. I thought you would be
I
jumping
could
out
not.
on
I,
this.
I need to get.
Okay.
I need to be in a
point
car
that I'm into
speeding.
it.
I need to be in a car speeding
Okay,
for this
well,
song.
sorry, that didn't work then.
What
Oh,
is a
that's pretty good.
barchetta? What is it?
It's
a
an
car.
Italian sports car.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a bummer because that's a
Well,
great song. I
I'm
haven't heard.
really glad that we could close the Lee show by disappointing Lee.
Yeah, because
Well, now-
we do
so-
that a lot anyway.
So Lee, this is life. Life,
Yeah.
Lee.
Nice.
It's very nice to meet you.
Nice.
And
Now we gotta find another song to go out on now.
I don't know.
Do another show tune.
Do another show.
Yeah,
too.
come up with one. What is another one?
That's the only one I know.
Oh no, dude. The other what was that one he did? He did
Oh,
a show.
from Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
I don't know that. song.
No, you guys don't know those.
He did it when we were doing the Bible game show.
Yeah, we're. I don't. This isn't.
Your crappy Bible
This shouldn't be
game
a
show.
solo. This
Oh,
should
that
be
was a
something
good
we
show.
can all join in on.
Okay,
Uh,
we could do Van Halen.
You could do
Is there
it.
any?
Oh, there's plenty of Van Halen.
yeah, I was thinking though we were all singing "Home Sweet Home" earlier. We could go out on "Home Sweet Home."
I don't know that. all
Yeah,
that
you don't
much,
know "Home
no.
Sweet Home."
I
Okay.
mean,
How about Jamie's crying?
I don't know all the words to Janie's crying.
How about I'm the ice cream man? Stop me while you're passing by.
Yes, I
Oh,
am.
bye-bye.
I'm the ice cream man.
Stop me when I'm passing by.
You know all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy.
One more time.
Cricket.
You usually find me something usually about 11 o'clock.
What about
I never stop.
the break
Usually find me.
on I'm the One? Da 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 shooby doo wah ba da bum ba ba da shooby doo wah ba da bum ba
Don't know that
ba da shoo. You don't know I'm the One?
Uh-uh.
I'm the one you love. Come on, baby, show your love. Wow, give it to me.
That's not Van Halen, is it?
Yeah. It's off of Van Halen 1.
Oh, nope, don't know that one.
Okay.
Any
Okay.
other rap songs you know?
I know some more Cool Mo D.
Yeah, throw out a cool movie.
I know. Oh, and everybody knows. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop,
Oh, yeah.
whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Chicka boom.
How's it go?
I don't know
Yeah,
how it
right,
starts.
yeah. Go middle of it. Then I'll remember it. Because I know the song.
Someone's beating down on my baseball.
Oh!
The
Yeah.
was getting flat. Ran into a girl. No, looking for a girl.
Yeah.
I ran into a guy. I said my. Oh man, we don't know this one either.
I said howdy. I said hi.
That was terrible.
That's the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, that was probably good.
Yeah. Yeah, because the part where he goes, I did it like this.
I did it like that. I did it with a wiffle ball bat. So on the run, the cops got my gun, and right about now it's time to have some fun.